been a bit of a mad few days. Let's just say that. Yesterday it was actually my birthday, and it all just kicked off yesterday. It's a very dramatic day. Let's just say that a lot just went on, and it was very entertaining. Let's just say that I had a good birthday, and there's a lot to talk about at the moment. I was really questioning whether I should do a video like this because I'm just gonna repeat everything everyone else has said, and it's just gonna be a bit repetitive. But you know what? I'm gonna do one, and I'm gonna speak on my opinions of it, and the English side of it, I guess. If you support another team from another league or another country, then let me know your thoughts on it, what it's like in your country, your opinions on it as well. But surprise, surprise, I'm going to say it's wrong. We saw all these ex-players, Gary Neville, Carragher, Michael Richards, Ian Wright, all these players had their opinion on it, and I genuinely, this has been being completely honest, I genuinely haven't met or seen anyone who is for this. Genuinely haven't seen anyone. Not these billionaires who are owning these clubs. I don't care about them. They're fucking nobodies who have a bit of money. I'm talking about a genuine working class normal person who has a normal job, 9 to 5 job, or someone who's been in the game before. I genuinely don't know anyone who is for this at all. Like these billionaire owners, yeah, they own these football clubs and they have a lot of power, but they're not real football fans. They have no idea anything about football. Like I remember, I think it might have been one of the Glazers or someone like that. I think it was a few years ago, he tweeted that, only a few years ago I learned about the offside rule. Like how are we letting people like this own a football club who don't know anything about football? Man United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, he doesn't know anything about this club. He knows absolutely nothing about this club. And the same for me, the same for Wolves. Like I know Fosun have done a lot for us and have made the last few years of supporting Wolves so enjoyable for me, because when they took over, we was on the brink of League One, pretty much. It was in 15th in the Championship. We was going absolutely nowhere. And they came in and they give us belief. They give us belief that you can go on European tours and you can go and, fight for trophies, fight for domestic trophies. And we got to see that. We got to an FA Cup semi-final. We got to a Europa League quarter-final. And you know what? It was so enjoyable to watch. It was so enjoyable to watching. I watched my team against Torino, against Besiktas, against Espanyol, against Olympiacos. I got to watch my team against all these European giants. And, I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for Fosun and the Chinese owners for what they've done for my club. But at the end of the day, they don't know anything about it. They don't know anything about football. And it's just like all of these, like Mike Ashley, like the Oystons for Blackpool, like Kroenke, like majority of these football owners don't know a lot about football at all. That's just genuine. That's just genuine stuff. And the thing I'm most jealous about is teams like Dortmund and Bayern Munich. To any Eastern European clubs where Bayern Munich and Dortmund did say no to European Super League, which fair play to them. And the only reason why they said no to it is because they're fan-based. They have a percentage of their club is run by the fans as well. So they have a voice in their football club. In England and in some other countries where we have no say at all. We're just a fly on the wall. We can't affect anything like that. And I remember I think I listened to an interview from Luke Steele, who, if you don't know, he was a goalkeeper for Barnsley, and it was a fairly decent Championship goalkeeper. And he went to Greece. He played for Panathinaikos, and he played there for a few years. And he told me every now and then the ultras and the fans would come into the training ground, just stroll into the training ground and get all the players in a group and just give them this massive pep talk. And you could see they have, in their countries, the fans have so much power over what they can and can't do. Like in Sporting Lisbon when they had that riot and all the players had to leave and stuff like that. And, they have so much power, these fans have so much power in all these other leagues. But here we have no power at all. They don't care about us. They don't care. Like, you could be a loyal fan who's been there for 40, 50 years, like my granddad, like my dad, who've watched Wolves for years, for like 30, 40 years before I was even born. They've been watching Wolves and, they could have had a season ticket for that whole time, been to every single home game, that means absolutely nothing to them. They don't care about you. They don't care about any of us at all. They care about getting the money in, and that's it. They care about the money. That's all they want. We don't have these genuine, down-to-earth people who know anything about the sport. We have these billionaire owners who were brought up who were brought up so privileged in life, and they get a bit of money. Oh, you know what? We might just splash on a football club. Get some money from that. Like Kroenke has. He doesn't care about Arsenal. He cares about his fucking team for the baseball or whatever, fucking NFL. He cares about that team. He doesn't care about Arsenal at all. He has no right to own a club like Arsenal. Arsenal are a massive club. I feel sorry for some of these. Just Wigan, like the Premier League as well. If this goes ahead, and also I think before I get into that, I think if whether this goes ahead or not, I want the top six, the Premier League top six who voted to go in there. It's too late now. If it goes through, then oh god, fuck off to your own little money league. But you're not going to play in the Premier League as well. You could piss off. You're not playing this league as well. You can either go to that league and play there, and that's it, or you can come to the Premier League and play that, and that's all. And if it does fall through and they come back to the Premier League, I think they should be punished. Whether that's point deductions, whether that's taking away titles from them, whether that's them starting over again in League Two or the Conference. I think if it does fall through, then they need to be punished. They need to be punished in some sort of way like that, because you can't just get away with it and brush it under and just be like, oh yeah, nothing happened. We'll just carry on how it was. And I've said this before, like the rules of football, where you get relegations and you get promotions, and the top four, whether you can get the Champions League or not, that was working perfectly fine. Like don't fix something if it's not broken. The league system was absolutely fine. There was just rules in the actual games that was wrong. With VAR, offside, all that stuff was wrong, and the financial side of it was wrong. But the league system and the relegation promotions, the cup competitions worked perfectly fine. We did not need to mess with that at all. We need to keep the same relegations, everything like that. Just keep it the same. You don't need to change shit like that. Like, he's messing around with it. It's been fine for 150 years. It's been fine for that long. Why are we changing it now? All because of some people want a bit more money in the back of their pocket. That's the only reason we change it for. It's just so much greed. Like, how much more money do you want? You're already millionaires. You're already earning so much money from these football clubs. Like, Kroenke is already sucking up so much money from Arsenal and not investing it back into the club. But he still wants more. They're just so greedy and want so much money. It's just unbelievable, and we're going to suffer from this as well. Us, Wolves, West Ham, Villa, every other English team is going to suffer from this, because I know everyone's talking shit about this European Super League, but we're all going to go and watch it. Let's be honest, we're all going to go and watch the first few weeks of it. And if we don't, then some American kids are going to watch it, some Indian kids are going to watch it if it's played in New Delhi, some Australian kids are going to watch it if it's in Sydney or whatever. Like, if we don't watch it, then someone else will. A couple of 100,000 will. Like, they don't care about the small 100,000 local fans from Burnley or from Bolton or from, all these other clubs. They don't care about us. They care about the millions from America or Australia or South Africa. Like, they don't care about us. They don't care about us. So that's just a genuine truth. Yeah, we're going to get absolutely screwed over, because the Premier League is going to turn into the Championship. Championship will turn into League One, and over. It's going to go like that. It's going to get lower and lower. Views are going to go down. We're going to get hardly any fans in the stadiums and stuff like that, and it's just going to go lower and lower and lower. No coverage on our games, barely ever at all, and it's just going to be a joke. And all these footballing and the FA and the UEFA has spoke about, we're playing too much football and players are getting injured and we need to look after them. And then they're going to make this Super League where they want to play it in midweek in countries 12 hours away and play on the weekend against Brighton. Like, can you think? Are you thinking straight? Are you okay in the head to think that? Are you genuinely okay to think that? Like, I don't know. I really did want to rant, but that's just what it turned out to be. And I just don't understand and we'll hear more over the next few weeks. I am genuinely happy to support Wolves, and I'm so privileged. And I've seen us at like a very low point. I've seen us back to back relegations from the Premier League straight to League One, and that was a very low point. But I'm also so privileged because I feel so sorry for teams like Bury, for teams like Wimbledon, for also Bolton as well, who almost were fucking gone. I feel so privileged that I've got to see my team in an FA Cup semi-final. I've got to see us promoted from the Premier League. I've been so privileged to see players like João Moutinho, Patricio, Raul Jimenez, Ruben Neves. I've been so privileged to see all these players at my club, wear my club shirt, and actually feel pride in wearing the shirt as well. I feel so privileged to have seen all of that, seen us in Europe, seen us get to a quarter-final of a European competition. I feel so privileged for that, and all these clubs just have no idea. These clubs up, like these big six, like I said, these big six, which are somehow bigger than all these other clubs. They're the big six, they're the relevant ones, they make the more money because they have the better players. But all of us, everyone below that, we're just fucking irrelevant. We're just irrelevant. Like we're just, that's just how it is. And the founding members of the Football League, the 12 teams are in it. My team was included: Bolton, Burnley, Blackburn, West Brom, Villa, all these other teams. They created it in 1888, created football for the whole world to enjoy. We created it, and not one of us are in this big six, not one of us at all. Teams like so much history, like Notts County, who given Juventus their black and white shirts. Now look at Juventus in this money league, and Notts County are fucking in the conference struggling. Like, that's just how it goes. They don't care about it. Whoever has the most money gets him. Tottenham have this massive brand new stadium. Oh yeah, you can go in even though you haven't won a fucking league title in fucking 55 years or whatever. Like Everton, no, you can't go in it. No, you can't even get into Europe, so you're not in it. Blackburn, yeah, you've won a league title before then, but no, you're in the fucking Championship. You can't get that. Fucking Leicester, oh no. Yeah, you won one. You've won one title. Oh yeah, great. No, you can't go in it. Oh yeah, not Forest. Oh yeah, you've won some Champions Leagues. Celtic, yeah, you've won some Champions Leagues. Villa as well, yeah. You've won Champions League. No, you can't go in it. But Tottenham, yeah, Tottenham can go. They've got a brand new stadium. It looks nice. This is the end of football now. This is the end of football. It's going to go through. It's going to happen. And I just wonder what's going to happen. Like, I actually do genuinely feel so sorry for the fans of these big six clubs, because they're just watching it happen. They're just watching their clubs die. They're just watching their clubs happen. They have no power in this at all. They just have to watch it and let it happen. And I genuinely do feel so sorry for you, because, and I want to know from, if you support a big six club, are you going to, because there's talks about people going supporting other teams, are you going to support another team? Like, is that going to happen? Like, if you're from Liverpool, are you going to go and support Tranmere or something? Or, I don't know, is that what you're going to do? Or if you're from Man United, you're going to support like Stockport or someone like that? I don't know. Is that going to happen? Would you do that? Actually, that's a genuine question to anyone. If your team was in this big six, was in this European Super League, would you accept it? Would you go and watch them, or would you go and support another team? Would you go and support another local team to you? Because I genuinely am quite curious with that, because if Wolves were in it, I don't really know what I'd do. I'd probably go and I genuinely probably would go and support my local team. I'll go and support Stourbridge, a team that I've been to watch before. I've been to watch 100 times before. A team that my uncle has played for, a team my uncle has captained before, and I've went to watch them so many times. They're my local team, so I would probably go and watch Stourbridge, and it's so much more enjoyable. I'll be honest. I've said this so many times, even from when it was promoted from the Championship. I've said the Championship is the best and just the most realistic league, the real league. I want to call it now. The Championship is the best league. Just, it's not about money. It's not about which team's bigger than the other, because you see Derby, Notts Forest, they're fucking down the bottom, and Barnsley and whatever, Watford are at the top of it. Like, it doesn't care about money. It doesn't care about how big you are. Everyone's even. Anyone can beat anyone. That's just how it goes. And I've always said the Championship is the best league in the world, and I'll stick by that. I'll stick by that. Like, I miss the Championship now. I genuinely miss the Championship now. I miss because I've been a Wolves fan. We've always been that underdog team, and I remember we went on that FA Cup run when we beat Liverpool. I went to Anfield. Richard Stearman scored in the first 50 seconds at the Kop end, and 9,000 Wolves fans going absolutely mental. And then we ended up winning 2-1. Bodvarsson doing the Icelandic clap at the end of the game, and that was unreal. And then we played Chelsea in the next round. They were top of the league at the time. They went on to win the league. Lost 2-0 in the end. And I remember George Saville hitting the post in the first 5 minutes of the game. And just that adrenaline from that. We didn't even score a goal, but I remember that it gave us so much of a lift where we just hit the post in a game against the team that went on to win the league. And that's just dying. That's just dying. And the whole joy of Europe and Champions League and the Europa League is you will occasionally get to play a Barcelona, a Real Madrid, an AC Milan. That's the whole point. When you're going out there and playing them every single weekend, that's not going to be fun anymore. Yeah, it's going to be enjoyable for the first few weeks. It'll be great. It'll be really fun. But after that, it's just going to get boring. It's going to get boring. And I know it works in boxing where it goes all to these different countries and all these big fighters are fighting against each other. But it's not the same. It's completely different. Boxing and football are completely different. Don't start mixing them together. Don't start mixing the NBA, the NFL together with football because they're completely different. You keep that in America with your old shitty league and stuff, and we'll keep football. We don't want you here. We don't want these Americans messing it up and taking this from a completely different sport and add it to our sport, because it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. And that's the whole joy of these big clubs. Yeah, it's you always want to play these big teams and you always want to compete against these big teams, but the FA Cup's just, you need to play the joy of the FA Cup when you see when Chorley played Wolves and when Marine played Tottenham and when Havant to Waterlooville played Liverpool. These were so iconic moments, and they helped them small clubs so much. And that's so nice to see these community football clubs playing these massive juggernaut football clubs every now and then in the FA Cup, in the Carabao Cup. It's so nice to see, and it's so nice to see, and it's just not going to happen anymore. That's the whole joy of the underdog story, because I love an underdog story, because like I said, as being a Wolves fan, we've always pretty much been the underdog. Only been the past few years where we've actually competed against the big boys. But I remember when the last time we was in the Premier League, I remember when we beat Man United 2-1, Kevin Doyle scored, and I remember when we beat Liverpool, our fucking left back was playing up front and he scores. We win 1-0 at Anfield, and we beat Chelsea, beat Tottenham, and there were so many iconic moments. And then we got relegated, and then we got relegated again into League One, but them memories will always live with me. And even the memories in League One when we was playing MK Dons, we took it at 9,000. I was there at MK Dons. McAlinden scored the only goal, and honestly, it was a horrible game. It was one of the worst footballing games I ever watched. But that joy when we scored, and then we got 103 points in League One, which is still a record for that league, and that was just such an enjoyable moment, and stuff like that. It's not going to happen anymore. That's it now. They're memories now, and that's it. Football's done, and these teams should be punished, and they should feel ashamed, and they should have a choice within the next 48 hours. They should, genuinely think about what they're going to do, and if they still accept it after these 48 hours, then so be it. You can fuck off to your own league. We don't, you don't deserve to be in here, and I don't want them playing in that league and coming back to our league. You either go and fuck off to that league and don't come back, or you come back and you don't go to that shitty money league. You choose one or the other. You can't have both. Don't be greedy. You either choose one or the other. That's it. But yeah, I really didn't want this to be a rant. This is all. I've got no script, no nothing. I didn't write anything down. So I've probably missed out some key points, but I may do another one in the future when we know more things about it. But yeah, Let me know your thoughts of it in the comments down below. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Really means a lot to me. I'm thinking about it now. There's so many things I haven't mentioned yet which I want to do, so I might have to make another part on it. But if you want to see that, then let me know. I apologise. This episode's been quite long. This video's been quite long, so I do apologise. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Twitter, Instagram down below. Make sure you go follow them. And yeah, I'll see you all in my next one.
Me day and night. I'm sorry, girl, you just don't make me feel right.